Any sight of the goal man shoot. Perform this excellent finish, I do it like Kane or Lukaku. Or like Beckham.
Pass the girls that tiki-taka, that's why they call us MSA. I'm on the block like winner, back road leger, fully paid on my inner. I fly past my head, top 10 of the motors, I wash like Sammy Khedira.
And I can still kick balls like Drogba, young and I've made big wins like Gossa. Too far gone, can't catch me, Costa. I'm off, pace, Costa.
3 of the best, he's made them pay, and that completes a wonderful hat-trick.
So the topic that we are going to discuss today is if Arsenal Football Club are genuine title contenders. Hey, hey. Let's do it, man.
Fair enough. Good start to the season. I'll give it to you.
Thank you. Hey.
Do you know what we were saying on the way here? It was like, do you know how mad fine margins are in football?
I
if
know.
Smith Rowe didn't get you lot out of that rut, would Arteta even still have his job?
No.
He wouldn't.
If he'd have lost that Chelsea game, I think he would have went.
You think so?
Do you get how mad?
Do you know how bad that form of run of form was?
I know. It was really bad.
But then, to be fair, the board it's not his first bad. It weren't his first bad.
Yeah.
And the board had.
But
and
Chelsea,
Chelsea,
how many spells you seen it? Ollie faced that same thing where he was always one loss away from getting sacked. But then it does come if you get that one too many. It comes.
But Chelsea went better Nick than us at the time, so I wouldn't have said he would have lost his job then. It would have probably been to lesser.
Wait, before we start this video, make sure you like,
comment,
and subscribe. We would really appreciate it.
It depends at how if they would have battered you.
Yeah,
which it looked like at the time.
That's how Ollie basically.
But then again, Lampard was the manager at the time, so I'm not so sure.
But it just shows how football is such a fine margin game. Like you wouldn't be where you are, and maybe.
I think it also shows.
Probably in it.
It also shows how teams need to back a manager.
Yeah.
Like
perfect example.
Yeah,
perfect.
Give them time. Like that's why I really respect.
Give
for
them
Nottingham
time.
Forest
Trust
with,
the ideas.
Cooper. They gave him an extension this week. Like,
yeah, they gave him.
It was out of respect from where he pulled the club out of.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I don't rate that because.
Yeah, I don't rate it either.
Yeah, your Premier League survival is more important.
Yeah, same. I think they could have sacked him still. You can't really compare Arteta
with
and
Arsenal.
Cooper.
I feel like they realised they get rid of Arteta now. They've got to start again. Whereas they stand by him. It may be another year out of Europe or a year in the Europa League, but. Even the long-term game is better than the short-term
Premier League survival is short-term only,
man. Look how many players they signed.
That's against Big Sam. I know.
I don't think that's their poor management behind the scenes, though, man. Look, you can't be signing that many, man. What manager? Tuchel struggled from saying.
You see, they done that.
Too big. Xavi as well now.
And then after the transfer window, they got a new sporting director.
See, that means they've seen that it's not the manager's problem. It was their initiative from the board and like from the sporting director. So that's
I get if they're genuinely thinking. I don't think we're going to stay up this year. And Steve Cooper is the best manager to get us back up in the Prem.
And he'll know the squad he wants. It makes a lot of sense.
A bit like the that Norwich manager, I forgot his name, Daniel Farke. When Dyche went down the first time.
Yeah.
But do you know what it is? Daniel Farke, what he did again, unforgivable because
the second time,
he got them back up and then he's still doing the same
bullshit. You can't do it twice.
He didn't learn.
Norwich DNA.
Yeah, exactly. I think Dean Smith's going to get them up the top of the table right now. Still, Norwich.
They always come up.
But so back to the Arsenal thing. Do we really think Arsenal are the title challengers?
I'll go first. And as a Tottenham fan, I think they're City's closest challengers. I don't think at the minute they're title contenders. But
why?
They're a Haaland injury away from being title contenders.
I kind of agree with that. I think you are very. It pains me to say it, but you are the closest team in the country to doing so. I still think you probably won't do it. But then you don't need to be the best team in the league to actually win the league. You just need to be able to beat the teams that City don't manage to beat. You
need to have a lot of luck on your side.
Yeah.
Like VAR not being turned on for the first goal against Liverpool when Saka was offside. Like
offside.
Like the handball penalty against Gabriel not being given.
Come on,
like
man.
the soft penalty against Jesus being given. I'm just saying, that's what you need to win. You need that sort of luck.
You need luck.
I do agree to an extent, but I feel like those decisions, looking at it, I mean, a tiny bit questionable, but overall they were right.
To be fair,
I would say, not even from being biased.
Your luck evens out over a season. Things like that shouldn't have happened. Like you'll complain that was deserved from the United game. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it evens
see
out.
what exactly
that.
Luck,
but
no. It was.
There was no decisions that game.
Exactly.
No, fuck off, man. There were.
But yeah, I do think you lot are. The thing is as well, there was never your expectation to win this league. So as long as you stay in that contest, you're guaranteed Champions League.
No, but I always said this from the beginning of the season. I even said this before we made our season predictions that Arsenal were in contention. We were in that conversation.
Not even contention, just like second.
Second. We were the closest team to Manchester City, and due to the fact that we signed Manchester City players that have won how many Premier Leagues? They've both won 4 Premier Leagues in the past 5 years, and it's not like they were complete bench warmers for that team. They were playing in that team.
Have you seen what Twitter? They're saying that Guardiola gave some
to
Arsenal
I saw that.
Have better competition.
Yeah, he created a challenge,
and I honestly think knowing Guardiola, I think that's what he's on.
Of winning the league.
He wants a challenge, and I feel like he definitely got rid of those players to also provide a bit of competition in the league. Because let's be real, Arteta and Guardiola, they're good friends. Yeah, that's first thing. But second thing is that with Guardiola, like, he trusts his team so much to the point where even getting rid of those players, it's just like, you know what? Yeah, it's fine. It's at the end of the day, like, I can get replacements that are just as cheap and just
like
as
Haaland
effective.
already. He's scored more. He's got more Premier League goals than Jesus has in a season.
Even
already.
Jesus, he puts respect on Haaland's name. He even understands Pep's decision.
Yeah.
You know, anyway, so you know someone's just clearly better. Like, you know what? It makes sense, man.
He's like, I'm no Haaland in the league.
Yeah. He's better, but Jesus looks miles better in an Arsenal team than he ever did in a Man City shirt because he's the main man.
I've always loved. I always said Jesus would be. I always said Jesus will eventually replace Aguero, but it just unfortunately didn't happen for him, and I feel that was just because the manager didn't trust him for whatever reason. I don't know, but Jesus has always been that guy for me. I've always rated him.
When he first came on the scene, you could see there's certain players where you're like, I know he's about something. Like he got that about him. That
exactly.
You can never really judge players as well when they're given cameos and played on the
right left
last season.
Bro, he was so desperate to get into the Brazil team. He said, I can play left. I don't really like striker. He was saying that to the Brazilian coach, like. But really and truly, he's a striker and he just needs more confidence.
Vinny Jr.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why he said that. That's even worse. Exactly. I don't know why he said that, but for me, that just shows that the lack of belief that he had in himself at the time for him to say he's ready to just play anywhere. Now he's owning the number 9 position, and I don't see how he can't go to the World Cup. To be honest, he's taken Arsenal to new heights that nobody would have thought. Nobody thought would have happened. Exactly. So for me, I think signing of the season has to be Jesus because he's the difference for us. I think. Huh?
Let's be real. Haaland's ripped.
Okay, sorry. He's the Haaland. No, sorry.
Haaland's
okay,
signing of the season, but
let
maybe
me
most important.
Yeah, most important is Jesus. Definitely.
Yeah.
Zinchenko's just been injured. I don't know what's happening to Zinchenko.
It's true. You and left backs, man.
I don't know what it is. Like he's just becoming that passion merchant on the benches and that.
Yeah, people say that it's bare passion to tears.
That's I don't know why he keeps getting injured, which might even fuck up our title credentials if anything.
We're gonna use that card already.
Yeah, 100%.
The injury card.
We're basically a quarter into the season.
I still table. Like I'll say, one caveat is table don't matter until after Christmas, especially now with the World Cup with games.
But people say that it don't matter after Christmas. But there's only 5 more games. Usually after Christmas is when we've played half our league games.
Yeah, but still, look at us Spurs under Mourinho. We were top in December. That's what I'm saying. It's not until later in the season when you get more tests. Do you know when you get the injuries and stuff? That's when you see what teams are made of.
But do you know what the maddest thing is? Why I say Arsenal are title contenders to a degree is that our next 5 Premier League games, ignore the Europa League games. Our next 5 Premier League games are what? We got Leeds away, Southampton.
They're all winnable games.
Winnable games. The only game that's maybe not winnable is Chelsea away. But even if we grab a point, that's a possible 15. 13 out of 15 points.
Even 12 out of 15. You
exactly.
That last season.
And who knows? I mean, Liverpool at the end of the day, that name holds weight.
Yeah.
So even City could enter that game thinking, you know what? They might even nick a draw Liverpool. I know we can say
Liverpool need to react after last.
Exactly.
I know they got a few injuries, but still,
in Anfield
I do think
this is going to be the worst result Liverpool have faced against the City side in years.
You think they're gonna get smoked?
Smoked, bro.
Nah, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like they'll turn up because it's a big game.
For big games. Yeah, he's a problem on big games. Bro.
Yeah, he is.
Bro, he didn't have to do that against us, bro. He didn't.
I know, no, he didn't though, but he did.
And he did, bro. And everyone up for those games. I'm like, why? Like, bro, you just win the game normally. Do you know what I mean?
I know. He does embarrass big teams.
Yeah, because he knows limelight now. With this Mbappe news, do you not think he's gonna want to go harder again? I know. Bro? Mbappe getting some headlines. Don't worry, wait till the weekend.
The guy's mad. The guy is mad.
He loves
it. He's fake. He is just fake.
Even on I think the Southampton game was one of the most impressive performances of him because when strikers when they don't score, it doesn't go their way. They're usually just like, oh, that's it. It's just not.
That's top strikers. They'll just keep going.
Keep going, keep getting a chance, keep running, making those runs. Do you know how easier to be lazy, just not make a run?
I know.
So he didn't go in the first couple times. He's like, I'm not leaving here without something.
I'm like, I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something.
He does that every single game.
Yeah, exactly.
Without saying, all these FPL guys, I got you on my back. I'm going to make sure I come out with something.
He's got us on our backs, on his back.
You can't not captain the brother. It's serious stuff.
No, you can't. If you do, you're just stupid.
You're asking to fail. Do you get it? The only two caveats I'll say with this Arsenal squad pushing on for a title is what your squad looks like after the World Cup. I don't know the state of it. I don't know whether it will be
injuries in the World Cup.
Injuries could be pivotal for you, and that's a worry. That's a big.
That's why I don't even mind if Jesus don't make the World Cup. I know for him personally.
Yeah, maybe
World Cup, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. And the second problem I think is, does this Arsenal side have what it takes to go on that 16, 17, 18 game win streaks to win a Premier League nowadays?
Against
not like
Man
how
City,
it used to be.
yeah.
When what City and Liverpool did is it's not normal to have to go and win these many games. Look how many games Liverpool win in a row. They had one. I think they had one loss one of the season, and then they lost the title with one loss. How does that make any sense?
But do you know what the maddest thing is though? It's just that
can Arsenal match those heights?
I don't think City will match those heights this season though.
That's a good point. I think the league is as competitive as it is. Like, we're seeing great talents that didn't even end up in the top six, like Paqueta,
that's
Bruno
what I mean.
Gomes, and even that Nunes for Wolves. Like, talented players are not even getting to the top six sides.
That's what I mean. And also, when you look at it, City have already drawn 2 games to teams that they should have actually beaten. Newcastle, and it was a game that they really Aston Villa. There we go. So for you guys to say that you need to win 16, 17 games in a row, I don't think so. In previous seasons, definitely.
Remember, we also know that City don't get ticking until just before Christmas. That's when they're like, okay, let's wrap up this title now. Let's get this forward.
Yeah.
And when it's towards Christmas, gone. They don't lose. They basically don't lose from November to the end of the season. They basically don't lose.
That business end of the season.
It's the business end of the season.
Yeah.
Can Arsenal match them toe to toe at that point of the season? Is the only concern. I think the squad's a little bit premature for that. Arteta's a little bit too inexperienced to go for that mentality.
Arteta's never won the Premier League as a player or as a manager.
Like, even from what we're saying for the United game as well.
As an assistant.
The United game as well. The tactics went a bit way.
Whatever that was.
Yeah, that was that's
desperado that you get. That's
he learned though. I think he's learned from that though. He learned
every mistake. Yeah. Is a lesson.
Even Guardiola, bro.
Title-winning season.
Guardiola in the Champions League final, he was bound to make those mistakes. He learned from there. So for me,
that's the thing with a manager. It's so harsh. It's like fine margins, like you said, one decision, and that's the reason why you didn't win. Exactly. Like, it is harsh.
I'm sorry, but for me, you can't say Arsenal aren't title contenders. We've literally got probably a top 3 centre back in the world in Saliba. I honestly think why isn't Saliba just because of his age, just because he hasn't he's proven it now. I think Saliba.
I still think there is a few goals where you look at him and you think
the one Firmino
goal. Yeah, he could have done.
Even the Nunes goal, like he moves over across out of position, and then Nunes is behind him. Nunes is in behind him.
Yeah, that's Gabriel's fault, man. You could know. There's no way that's Saliba's fault.
But the
second goal.
There's no way he's going to stop the cross. So like. You got to work out the lesser of the two evils. Yeah. If who was it, Diaz on the right? If he's gonna bring it down, drive and shoot, like I don't know, Prime Van Dijk, I don't see make that. I'm not saying he's up there. I'm not saying he can't be up there. He will be up there. I think he's like when he moves to PSG in a year or two. I think he will be. He will be unreal. But I don't know. He's just got lessons to learn at the minute. But obviously, at such a young age, he's still 21 and he's still amazing. Like, I'm not taking that away from him.
For me, he's a top 3, top 5 in the world. Yeah.
Top
so who's a better centre back?
That's the thing that's hard to name people
exactly.
in the world.
It is hard to name.
Really sit down and think in your head. Who's better than William Saliba?
So how are we?
Romero, is he better than Saliba?
Are we going on form?
You know Romero is shit as well, but we'll talk about that another day.
Or we going off like past 18 months?
It's not about form. Romero's not even been that great. I've been saying
I'm on about you said top 3 centre backs in the world. Name 3 better. What are you going on?
He won French young French player of the season.
Rudiger, better centre back.
Even playing this position.
Exactly.
But
he doesn't even play.
He's a better centre back than
No, he's not.
They haven't been cameos, bro. They haven't been running up. Well, in his prime Tuchel days, he was unstoppable at times. Yeah, but
that left centre, he was protected in the free.
But back to what I'm saying is that we've got a generational talent. He's generational.
Centre backs don't come that age.
And exactly, they don't come that often. Generational centre backs, they don't come at that age. 21. We've got Martinelli. I think Martinelli's even getting into that bracket of being generational as well now.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal.
Okay, wait, no, really sit down and think.
He needs to have a season. He needs to have a whole season.
I think generational.
If he gets 15 and 10. 15 goals, 10
but
assists.
Rashford's got 15.
Yeah, I don't think
Rashford's got numbers like that. You know,
no,
generational talent, you got to keep.
You're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it. Ruining
the numbers.
Generations are mad.
But do you know what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that even last season, Martinelli didn't get his chance to play in Arsenal until, let's say, November, December. That's when you started seeing Martinelli getting into the squad, then getting a consistent run. He never really had that because of the injuries and stuff.
You can't just say that he's generational because he didn't play until November. He's got to have a whole season.
No, but every Arsenal fan knew the kind of player he was, though. That's what I'm trying to say, and we're finally seeing it. Same with Saliba. We knew the kind of player he was, and I feel like these youngsters, there's such mentality monsters, especially Martinelli. You can see it. You can just see it.
He has the fight in him.
Like the mentality.
Exactly.
You know when
even Saka.
They go straight back.
That's what I'm saying.
Win that ball back.
Like the mentality to miss a penalty in the Euros final, or the mentality to bottle it against Tottenham and Newcastle.
Okay, but for him to score, why are you making jokes now? You're just salty. You're actually mad salty, bro. Because Spurs will never, ever be the team Arsenal are. Never in this lifetime. Never in the future.
It's so easy.
So don't you ever, bro? Don't you ever try and make jokes like that because you're a Spurs fan.
Where's the tissue?
United, I can maybe hold a bit of benchmark, but you're actually a Spurs fan now. So stop. But anyways, as I was saying, bro, Saka, for him to come back, score against Chelsea, Man U and Liverpool, penalties, crucial penalties as well. Not even penalties that don't mean anything, the score lines, this and that, bro. There were penalties to essentially win us games, bro.
Yeah,
he's coming back. Liverpool, Chelsea was to seal the game. Chelsea was still in it. Liverpool won us the game. Man U basically won us the game because we ended that game 3. What was it? 3-1. But it was to make it.
Seal the win.
Exactly. Gave separation. So for me, I honestly think, looking at these youngsters, especially what happened last season, losing the top 4 spot, I think they're onto something even greater than top 4. I honestly think that Arsenal and City are probably like gonna go head to head. We're gonna go head to head. It's a big claim. I made a big claim at the beginning of the season. So far, I'm right, and I'm gonna stick by that big claim.
I think you lot will comfortably get second. I'll say that comfortably get second.
I don't know. I think Chelsea. I would say second as a bare minimum, but I think Chelsea are actually the next best title contenders after Arsenal.
Potters will get back in as well. Potter will get good backing in January as well.
I think not even January. He doesn't need to.
Keep backing.
Bowley just.
I don't see how they can keep backing. Like, they brought in how many players?
I know, no, exactly. Financial fair play is gonna kick in eventually.
For these big clubs, it just doesn't
nah,
exist.
Chelsea sells.
I don't think it exists. I don't think it exists.
It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is?
Oh, I honestly don't.
Like, we said it earlier. How are Leicester affected by FFP when they sell a big player every year? Like, exactly. It's mad. I know it's the money you bring in as well, and like how well you get your
it's revenue and stuff.
They generate low, but Chelsea Stadium's not even that big.
It's not.
Where's the money coming from?
Exactly. It's not even that big. That's why I'm surprised.
Like, FFP, it just exists.
It exists. It's just
But big clubs can ideally do what they want.
I know.
They can spend fuck off money and still do what they want in it. But yeah, we'll go with that. You said, they're definitely in it. I say time will tell. JB say
a Haaland injury away.
That's it.
I mean, you're basically agreeing. You're in agreement, guys.
Nah, I think
it's all right. It's all right. We're title contenders, innit? We are.